All right, welcome Milwaukee people. This one will be a short one in this series. And I know that some of you are going to get a little cranky about how many of these are. Well, there's a lot of different subcategories, and I promise this if you have any interest in this in the future, and I feel like this series needs to exist. This is the unboxing series, then we'll get into the which ones do we choose series, then we'll get into the how do you assemble a kit, and then we'll get into having Milwaukee engineering come and batteries, and so we'll become experts in this. But right now, this is I don't even know what all these tools are, and so we got them all, and we're gonna unbox them and figure them out and kind of read through the specs. And I can't tell you how much off-camera stuff I'm doing to sort and organize and figure out what's what and what makes sense. And the ultimate idea here for me is that I want to know what should be in my cabinet. And so we're gonna do drill drivers here today, and this is pretty simple. There's really 3 different ones plus one other little specialty tool I'm interested to open up. But there's a hammer version on the left, your right, my left, and a non-hammer version. And then there's a base M18, there's an M18 brushless, and then there's a fuel brushless, if you will. And so we're going to unbox each of these and kind of talk through them real quickly. I already know which one I want. So this is kind of an exercise that isn't necessary, but hey, we got them. Let's unbox them. Let's stick them all next to each other. Let's get some footage of it so we have it, and then we can all feel good about choosing the M18 fuel hammer version. So anyway, so let's start with the one on the right here, which is our 2606-22CT. Now this only comes in a CT version. When you see CT version, that means that it comes with a CP series battery, so the lesser output battery. And my guess is Milwaukee's thought process on this is that the drill driver doesn't need as much juice or as much, won't require as much energy because you're not going to be hammer drilling into concrete. I'm assuming that's part of the deal here. And then these are original tools. I'm guessing these have been out since the beginning with not a lot of revisions. But it comes with a CP 1.5. All the CP batteries have a 2-year warranty versus the XC batteries, which have a 3-year warranty. And these are, nice. Yeah, see, this is so old. There's not even a charge on the battery. Let's see if the other one has a little bit of charge in it. Yeah, these suckers have been sitting for so long. Let me just grab one so we can at least operate the thing. Here's a CP 2.0. So you can always tell the difference, the sound of the brushed machines. Now, it's arguable whether brushed or brushless is better. I mean, the brushless motor will require less maintenance theoretically, but if it does break, it's more complicated to fix. Generally, you just have to replace the motor. But with a 5-year warranty, I don't think it's really a concern. So this one here is $179 in the kit, as you see it. Comes with a base M12, M18 charger, and then the plastic case and all of that. Again, I'd throw the plastic cases away, but some people who travel or take your thing around all over the place, I would think we're probably gonna be better off getting some Milwaukee pack out stuff, which we'll be getting into in the future here. But I'd take out the charger and keep 1 or 2 chargers and throw the rest of the way. And that's where it might make sense to buy the tool only. If you buy this without the kit, it's $99. I'd be really hard pressed to not buy the whole kit. I mean, just the batteries alone are $80 a piece or $60 a piece. So you're getting 2 batteries and a charger and a case and the whole get up. So it would make sense to me to buy the package. And so there's the brushed version. Again, I have a 2.0 battery just sitting in here. Let's actually set this aside just so we can kind of get some better footage of this. Let's keep the proper battery in. Okay. Now, the hammer version is rated at 25 more foot-pound or inch-pounds of output, peak output. And now, in this process of me kind of digging through all these different impacts and all this stuff, Milwaukee uses it's like 5 different specs. There's peak torque, there's max torque, there's fastening torque, there's nut busting torque, there's average torque, and they use all these different specifications. It's kind of hard to keep it straight. So apples to apples, on their cut sheet, on their PDF file, it says both of these are 500 inch-pounds of peak torque, both the hammer and the non-hammer. But on the box here, it says 525 inch-pounds of peak torque. Now, for me, I don't like using a drill as a driver, but you certainly can. I mean, it has the clutch here to allow you to adjust that. And of course, you can switch over directly to drill mode. Let's see, which way do we get there? Like this. So it has drill mode. And you have two speeds, speed 1 and speed 2 up here. And of course, forward and reversed is in a pretty prime location like all the Milwaukee Tools. So this one should look pretty much the same, and it does. The exception of has an extra ring, is a little bit longer in order to incorporate that extra ring, and we have hammer mode. We have hammer, driver, and drill mode. Hammer, driver, drill mode. Of course, you have your normal clutch as well. Same size. Was it a 1/2 inch? Yeah. 1/2 inch ratcheting chuck, and these come with an XC battery, so 2 XC 3.0. So this one adds quite a bit of cost. It's $90 more. So this one, the hammer drill, you can buy in a CT version as well. So this is 2607-22. Again, the 22 means comes with 2 batteries. If it was a 20, that would mean it would come with no batteries. The 20 version is $119. And then the CT version, where they give you two C series, the smaller cell batteries, CP 1.5 batteries, is $229. So you have 3 options on the hammer drill. To me, and you can see the height difference. The hammer is a little bit bulkier because of the battery, but really the footprint is the same, with the exception of the extra depth of the ring for the adjustment ring you have here. To me, some guys were making comments talking about how a regular non-hammer drill driver makes more sense because it's smoother, and it wouldn't be as taxing on the battery. And there was another comment that somebody made about some specification on why. I don't know. To me, it just makes sense that, why wouldn't you buy, especially if you're going to use this around the house or in the garage, to have a hammer drill, to me, makes a lot more sense. It's just, I would think that, I don't know. I just can't see why I would want to buy the regular version otherwise. So now, their next step up, which is odd, because these are actually less expensive. Let's take a look at this. So, same story in that you have only the CT option in the drill driver, versus the hammer drill driver comes with XC batteries. And both come with 2 batteries, but these are brushless versions, are actually less expensive. Let me take that back. One of them is less expensive. So this is where it gets confusing. So the 2606 is $179. That's the drill driver. The 2801 is the drill driver. Brushless version is $199, so it's $20 more. But in the hammer drill version, it's $229 versus $269. So it's $40 less. So I'm not sure why, but it kind of works out that way. And so these have these brushless versions have a little bit more torque. At least the bigger one does, or the hammer drill version does. It's rated at 725 inch-pounds peak torque. This one's rated at 500, just like its brother, the non-hammer drill version. So these brushless motors sound a little different and operate a little bit different, and theoretically operate more efficiently. That's the big selling point, is that it would use less energy. Pull this out. Get that out of there. So this comes with, the brushless come with a CP 2.0 battery. So you can hear the difference in operation. It's also a little bit more compact. So if you take a look at the two, the brushless version has a little bit smaller footprint. The clutch is a little bit different. The chuck is the same idea, but a little bit smaller footprint version. Comes with the charger, comes with two CP 2.0 batteries. This one, same story, where it has a 5-year warranty on the machine and then 2-year warranty on the battery. And then this, and I had to double check the price twice. I mean, this is just kind of a pricing anomaly, I guess, $229. This one also comes with the extra side handle that you can use. These come with XC 4.0 batteries versus a 3.0 battery in the base M18. But this is a nice option, for $229. These brushless versions. There aren't a lot of brushless M18 tools. Mainly all the brushless stuff comes in the fuel variant. My guess is, having not been a Milwaukee dealer forever, but my guess is that these brushless were just prior to fuel stuff. And then they, of course, rebranded the fuel line. But again, notice a little bit shorter, smaller footprint. The brushless ones, let's see, just to compare weight. So hammer drill, so the base versions, hammer drill weighs 4.5 pounds. That's this one. The compact non-hammer weighs 3.8 pounds, so 0.7 of a pound lighter, right? And then when you get into the brushless stuff, so the brushless version is 4.6 pounds in a hammer drill versus the other was 4.5 pounds. So the brushless stuff is a tiny bit heavier, a tiny bit greater weight. And then these come with the XC batteries have a 3-year warranty. Okay, and then the fuel version, which would be the most likely chosen option. So this is where we get into the highest price, but again, $299. So for $30 more over the base version, I mean, it would make absolute sense that you go fuel. At least I would. Plus, they look prettier. Set this aside. So let's open our drill driver. Again, I just can't, for my uses, I can't comprehend why I wouldn't want to just go with a hammer drill. I use that darn hammer function all the time because I'm always messing around with something in the garage with tap cons, especially in Florida. Gosh, these things are so pretty. Look how good that thing looks. XC 5.0 batteries, comes with a side handle. Side handle clamps on to the edge here. So I think I probably threw my side handle away on my original one. This one is different. This is the latest, 2020 or 2019 version. The chuck here is super clean looking. You have black, it's black with a black tip and everything's sort of gunmetal, and it just looks really pretty. The hand grip is awesome. The hand grip is molded. I think it has the way these handles are molded in, the likelihood of this peeling off or failing is very, very small. And then of course you have the XC battery. They put the LED down here, which is kind of interesting. Normally on all their tools, the LED is here, and then you have two speeds, 1 and 2. This is it metal? Can't tell if this is metal. It feels plastic. Yeah, I believe it's plastic. It's just gray plastic that matches. And it comes with the regular M18 M12 charger, not the rapid charger. And again, this one was, the pricing on this was $279 or $139 with no batteries or kit. They don't do CT versions of these. They only offer the the full kit or tool only. And then this one will be my choice. I can pretty much tell you this right now. It's the hammer version for 20 bucks more. It's $299, $149. Looks exactly the same with the exception of a hammer function. Wow, this looks a lot different than my old one that I have. So the hammer doesn't add any bulk. They're identical in size. Yeah. You can really just tell. The only way you can tell is that, again, there's the hammer function here on the dial and the clutch, and then there's a little hammer on the side here. 2 XC 5.0 batteries. Also forgot to mention that the brushless stuff comes with the belt clip to hang it on your belt. The non-brushless stuff, or the brushed version, doesn't come with that clip. And then they offer both of these. They offer these in a 1 key, which I didn't opt. The 1 key adds sort of 30, 40 bucks that I don't need. And then both of them, all of these have, actually no, only the fuel, but both the versions have a little holder on the side here to put your Phillips or flathead or your quick release thinger on there. And then there's one more machine that I kind of put into this category. I don't know how much this applies, but we'll put this in the specialty category. And this is a fuel, M18 fuel drywall fastener. So this one doesn't even provide a torque spec, does it? Let's see. I don't think it really matters. It's just 0 to 4,500 RPM, weighs 4.1 pounds. In the kit that we have here with the bag, it's $299. If you get it as a tool only, it's $159. But this thing is, I was questioning whether this would be something that we would use, or something I would use. I doubt it though. Interesting, super light. Doesn't feel like a fuel tool. It feels quite a bit cheaper. Let's see what we do with the battery. So it comes with 2 XE 5.0s. They call it a screw gun. Take our battery. So we lock. This is really interesting. This is way different than any tool I've ever seen from them. So how do you drive this thing? I don't know. What is this thing doing? Oh, this is insertion. I see. This moves the depth in and out. I would assume you could just quickly replace this. I see. So that's the guide, if you will. And then this should be a magnet. Yeah. So you can change out your bit type. I'm gonna have to go get something to screw into this. I'm gonna have a cardboard box here. Getting real technical here. Got a piece of a pallet out there. I see. As soon as I do that. Okay, that's how it works. This is not a self-tapping screw. That's forward. That's reverse. Interesting. And then you'd have to adjust the depth to get it back out. So the guide helps to ensure we set the proper depth. So then we get the whatever depth we want to set. That's kind of This would really make it quicker. Just don't know about the balance of this. If I was doing, you know, drywall work, if I was doing this, how much sense would that make? And if I wanted to sink it all the way, I would just, I see. So this isn't a guide, it's a depth guide. I see. So if I wanted to drive it all the way in, I would just move this all the way out. So that's maximum depth. And that would make it flush. Flush with the surface. As soon as I push down, so let's turn auto on. So what is auto? Auto start. I don't know what that means. So auto would be motor automatically starts on contact with drywall. So if you had auto on, let's turn this off. Let's reverse this out. So this should be, oh, I can lock the trigger on. I see, that's cool. So when you lock the trigger, put auto on, lock the trigger, and as soon as I depress, then it starts functioning. Lock the trigger, automatically works. Just like that. So that'd be super fast if you're just flying through, like so. It does feel cheaper than like the high end. Now it's lighter weight, which is good. I mean, the tool only weighs, it's 4.1 pounds. I guess it's balanced for drywall work, but interesting. Okay, so to me, this one is a no-brainer. All right, we got all these different tools. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't just, no, wrong one. Yeah, right one, this one. So we would want, I mean, unless you're doing a lot of drywall work, which I'm clearly not, this I think could be super handy, you know, if you're doing a lot of drywall stuff, but I don't think we'll carry it in my store. That doesn't make a lot of sense. I guess we could special order for those who want it. But the hammer version makes perfect sense to me. 299 bucks, you know, of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tools. I mean, to me, this is clearly the only one that you need. And I love the idea of, you know, you would combine this with use of the M12 as well. So I find myself, you know, sometimes the M12 drill driver makes sense. I choose them both in hammer option. That's another thing you could consider, is that, you know, how often are you going to hammer drill drive something? How often are you going to be hammer drilling into concrete with an M12? I've found myself using it periodically, especially if you're mounting something on the wall, like a block wall. You know, this was quite a bit heavier than the M12 version. But, you know, having the combination of the two makes a lot of sense. I will use this a lot of times to mix up chemicals and stuff. We'll put a big mixer on it. You know, this is where having the dedicated mixer, you know, from Milwaukee might make sense. But, you know, this does a good job. So anyway, this is the device. Next up, I think, will be some red lithium lights we're going to dig into. But the 2804-22 at 299 bucks is the one we'll be carrying in the store. So stay tuned as we keep making more definitive choices on things, and then I start to put together kits and packages and all of that stuff. So anyway, thanks for watching. As always, stay tuned for more crazy. Just bear with me. I'm going to get through this Milwaukee project. We'll sprinkle in some car stuff. But I think this stuff is important. It's super interesting to me. I hope it's of interest to you, and we'll keep digging in. Thanks for watching.